Santan Dave is an established UK artist who began rapping at the ripe age of just 16. Initially gaining traction through a handful of freestyles, he then followed those up with 2 EPs, Six Paths in 2016 and Game Over in 2017, which solidified him as one of the hottest up-and-comers in the UK scene at the time. Fast forwarding 7 years and he's since dropped 2 classic albums in Psychodrama and We're All Alone in This Together, and has countless hit songs under his belt. After dropping his biggest song numbers-wise, Sprinter with Central C, in the middle of 2023, many thought 2024 was the year that we would finally see the third Dave album. Unfortunately for us fans, in 2024, Dave didn't drop a single piece of music. No album, no songs, no features, nothing. First and foremost, Dave is an artist, not just a rapper. For longtime fans like myself, that's clear to see. Dave is a musician who truly cares about the music and the art that he creates, rather than the money or the fame.
At first, made music just to express myself. A lot of stuff was going on at the time, so it was I kind of needed to make it. It was therapeutic.
As an artist, it's important to always put the music first. Good music, over time, will always get the recognition that it deserves.
The year goes to the brilliant Dave.
Putting music first is something Dave has done throughout his career, and fans have come to expect a certain level of quality from him. The quality expected from Dave is more than just what you hear when you push play on Spotify. The true quality comes from the concepts and world building behind his albums. Let's take a deep dive into Dave's first 2 albums to get a better idea of what a third album may look like and potentially get some clues for when it might drop. So the concept for Dave's first album, Psychodrama, is excerpts from years worth of psychotherapy sessions. Now, psychotherapy is similar to just normal therapy or counseling. However, it often happens over an extended period of time, like years rather than months. Anyway, in these therapy sessions, Dave opens up to the listener, self-reflecting on his own complex wiring, describing his transition from your standard South London boy to a world-famous musician. The start of the therapy session is signified by the track Psycho, which is the opening track of the album, and then the final track on the album, Drama, ends out the therapy session, and you combine those two to get the name of the album, which is Psychodrama. An album which tells his story from age 0 to 20. Whereas Dave's second album, We're All Alone in This Together, actually takes a step backward and delves into the events that led up to his first album. Things like his heritage, his history, culture, family, the countries that he comes from, and just generally commenting on society today. This album was a very, very conscious album with deep meaning intertwined throughout. It's likely Dave's third album will continue this theme and have a whole concept and world behind it. After looking at these first 2 Dave projects, it's clear to see that these type of projects take a lot more time and energy than your standard rap album from someone like Lil Baby or Lil Durk. Me personally, I'd rather wait for another whole year and get a perfect Dave album. Speaking of being perfect, being an artist, Dave also suffers from something I'm sure a lot of you watching suffer from as well, and that is perfectionism. It's something I definitely struggle with. Whether it's a single, an album, or even a feature, everything that comes out from Dave and his team, it all seems very calculated, with all aspects such as the subject matter, promo methods, and branding all being super high quality and clearly very well thought out. And the only way to get this high quality and this well thought out ideas is to take time. This is probably a contributing factor to Dave's hiatus. Let me give you an example here. So when Dave's second album dropped, We're All Alone in This Together, at midnight, if you played the song from the minute it came out on midnight and you got to the song 20 to 1, you would constantly hear the words,
"Look at the time, it's 20 to 1.
And if you looked at the time, it would actually be 20 to 1. Now that's no easy thing to put into an album, that definitely was not an afterthought. That would have had to take in time and actual planning. It's these small things which are so well thought out and things that other artists simply won't do that push Dave above the rest.
I'm not coming at it from the normal angle of rapping, making music, here to make a couple sick choruses, have an album and then disappear. I'm here for every single aspect of the music. I'm here for the instrumentals, for the production, I'm here for the vocals, I'm here for the live acoustic sessions, I'm here to learn new instruments, I'm here to score soundtracks and do everything possible in the entire music world and not just rap.
Now this is something upcoming artists, producers, and just creatives in general can take from Dave and translate into their own lives. I've simplified it down to this little phrase, which I want you to take away and continue to think about after the video. Take that extra time and put it into the small things that no one else will, and that will push you further than everyone else. Now, for a normal rapper or singer, taking a year hiatus can wreak havoc on their career and cause them to completely fall off the face of the map. But for Dave, it's a completely different story, and here's why. Dave has put in the groundwork in to build a catalogue. That catalogue provided Dave some of the best streaming numbers throughout the whole of the UK and honestly the world throughout 2024, regardless of whether he dropped music or not. His crazy 2024 streaming numbers happened with no songs being dropped and minimal social media presence, which shows the quality of Dave's music and brand. You could definitely make the argument that Dave taking this hiatus builds hype, as a lot of people like to say, and causes people to demand for new releases even more than they would if he did drop throughout 2024. Whether this transfers to actual streaming numbers remains to be seen. However, this is an argument that you could make, and this may also be a reason why Dave didn't drop in 2024. However, I doubt that Dave made the conscious decision not to drop to build hype. I simply think that he hasn't made the music for the second album yet. As he's posted on his story many times saying the album isn't ready, he's barely started it. Dave's albums are often concepts, and I feel like he just hasn't come up with a concept yet. That shit takes time. I think that's the main reason why Dave hasn't dropped. And realistically, Dave's good, bro. He's gone clear. He has crazy money. Like, he can take his time. There's no need to rush anything. And at the end of the day, this is probably the main reason why Dave hasn't dropped. He has zero reason to rush. And especially with all the pressure on him right now to release another classic album that surpasses his previous 2 albums, if he rushed it out, you know, it could actually hurt his career even more.
There's a lot of pressure. Like, can't let the pressure get to you. You've got to remember why you do it.
He has nothing to lose by just waiting, taking his time, and putting out a quality project. Now, to wrap things up, let's answer the question. When is the next album dropping? Unfortunately, I have no clue. However, there's only so long that Dave can make us wait. And now, when I say he didn't drop anything in 2024, I mean, that's slightly a lie. He did a feature on ghetts' album.
Don't make sense like I am starting a fight with Magneto. I feel like my Lima Kilo. I've done some fucked up shit in my life. I see a man that don't have money.
But you can only get that if you went to one of ghetts' 2 London shows, and as of right now, the full song hasn't leaked. So basically, it didn't come out in 2024. But the fact that we got a feature from Dave, kinda, is very promising, and I do believe he'll drop at least a single in 2025, or at least I hope. But yeah, boys, appreciate you for watching the video. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, follow the channel, push it in the algorithm, and yeah, I'm out.